Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Hope you guys are having a nice day. I just wanted to let you guys know. I know a lot of times we are looking at credit cards that would give us like a $5,000 starting limit. Okay. And sometimes we go to like Chase Bank or Bank of America and stuff, and we really don't know what credit cards to look for. Okay. So here's a here's I'm gonna give you five credit cards that you can actually look at. But also in terms of when you're looking for credit cards that's starting at $5,000, then you have usually you have three options. Okay, so usually your Visa signature card. Now on the Visa signature card, you have to look for the platinum card. Okay, this is very important because not all Visa signature cards will start you out at $5,000. That's the reason I'm gonna tell you about the best places to go. But here's the thing about it: you also have the Visa Infinite. Now, with the Visa Infinite card, this is the card usually not only 5,000 but 10,000 depending on where you're going. All right? Now, there are factors in terms of where do you need to go to get those type of credit cards. And then you also have the Mastercard Elite. Okay, with the Mastercard Elite, that card also usually starts at about $5,000. Now, in terms of what triggers you to get that $5,000? Well, here's the thing about it. Since you more likely are going to be going to a bank or credit union, all right, usually when your DTI, your debt to income ratio, is over that 50-55%, you would probably get turned down or you're going to get a lower limit or a credit card that has a lower limit on it. Okay, so your debt to income ratio, the type of trade lines, that also plays a factor into it. And in terms of the age of your credit file, yes, the age of your credit file, it can definitely influence if you're going to get a starting limit of $5,000, in which people are not even aware of this. Because yes, sometimes you can get with a new credit file, but usually if that credit file is less than 2 years old and you're with a new institution and you haven't guarded that relationship, and what I mean by guarding that relationship is meaning, did you open up a checking account with them? Did you open up a savings account with them? I tell you two key elements: also having either a CD or money market account. All right, and making sure that you're actually depositing money into these accounts. Now, gardening a relationship, I always tell people the best way to leverage, especially when you're trying to get high limit credit card, is give it about 90 days. 60 days sometimes work or whatever, but it also depends on the credit score. Also, your income. All right. So your income will play a factor in terms of if you're going to get a starting limit of $5,000. These are just some of the data points that a lot of people are not even aware of when it comes to actually getting higher limit credit cards when you're starting out. Now, for some, $5,000 still isn't enough or whatever, but when you're building up so that you can get that 5, 10, 15, $25,000, then you definitely have to guard that relationship. All right, it's very important. Now, here's the thing about it. Some of the places that I would tell you to go, and some of the credit cards that you should look at if you're going to be going to these institutions, you have Coast Central Credit Union. Okay, so with Coast Central Credit Union, they have the Platinum card. This card starts at $5,000. This card actually starts at $5,000. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. That's what the card starts at. All right. Then you also have Golden One Credit Union. Okay. Golden One Credit Union, they have their Member Cash Rewards Plus. All right. So they have two cards. Okay. They have the Members Cash Reward and the Members Cash Rewards Plus. Now, if you apply for that Members Cash Rewards Plus and you don't get approved, what you'll end up with is the Member Cash Rewards, which is less than $5,000. But the Member Cash Rewards Plus credit card is the one you want to actually go for. Okay. Now, you also have GSA, Federal Credit Union. Now, this is their Visa Platinum card, okay? Their Visa Platinum card, again, is another one of those credit unions that will start you out at $5,000. But again, I cannot say this enough. You really should garden a relationship when you're going after these credit cards and stuff like that. Now, I know for some of you all, you probably wondering about Capital One venture, right? So with the Capital One Venture X, usually $5,000-$10,000 or whatever. But the thing about it, I wasn't putting them on the list is because I'm trying to look at where they would only give you one hard inquiry, okay, not three. So I'm trying to minimize your hard inquiries in order to get what you need. Now, can you apply for all of these credit unions at once and apply for the credit card? Absolutely. There's no one telling you that. But I would tell you this. I would be very cautious, especially if I already have some new accounts on the file. I would be very cautious in terms of, should I actually be getting this card right now? All right. Like I said, I understand you're trying to get a high limit credit card and stuff like that. If I would tell you, even look at an alternative card. I would tell you look at Patel, right? The Patel 2 card. Now that card goes from 300 up to 10,000. Okay, and you can actually do a pre-approval for that before you even accept the card. So that's the reason why, again, I would tell you I would be very careful in terms of when I'm going after a card, especially when I'm trying to get over that 5,000. All right. And so the alternative card, Patel, the reason I tell you that is because they have a lot more flexibility where your DTI doesn't have to stay under 55%. Now, the only credit union that I do know of that will work with you, even if you're over that 55%, is PenFed. Now, in terms of PenFed, in reference to saying that they guarantee a $5,000 card, I could not say that. However, I could say this: the best credit card you want to go for with PenFed is that gold Visa, and here's the reason why. PenFed pulls Equifax FICO 9, right? Now, we already know, because of my videos, I always tell you, you can add